Hello, sir. Welcome to our spotlight videos on indirect taxes. Today, we are going to do a deep dive into the newly notified HSNS Act 2025 and the subsequent rules notified in 2026. This act is seen as a game changer for the pan masala industry since it transforms their manufacturing from what they sell to what the machines can do. Can you elaborate, sir, upon it?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me, Mr. Shobhan. This HSNS Cess actually stands for Health Security, say National Security 2025 Act, which was notified in the year 2025, and the corresponding rules were notified in 2026. This is in fact a game-changing levy where there is a paradigm shift with reference to the levy. Now the levy is based on the maximum capacity of production of the machineries installed rather than the sales that are being made. So this is a game-changing cess that has been levied with effect from 1st of February 2026.
What are the commodities notified under the HSNS Cess Act 2025, sir?
Though the government has got authority to notify any commodities, as on date, the government has notified pan masala falling under tariff item 2106/9020 of the Customs Tariff Act 1975. Pan masala and pan masala containing tobacco, normally known as gutka, have been notified.
What is the rate of cess that has been notified at present, sir?
The rate of cess, as I said initially, is on the basis of the maximum capacity of production rather than actually what is being sold. It depends on the maximum machine speed, that is the number of pouches that the machine can fill, along with the weight of the pouches. So it is notified in terms of Schedule 2 of the HSNS Cess Act. This is with reference to the manufacturer who has machines installed in their factory. With reference to manual processes where there is no machine installed in the factory, it has been made flexible. They have fixed an amount of 11 lakh rupees per unit per month in case the entire process is undertaken manually without any machinery installed in that particular premises. This flat rate is applicable where no machinery is involved in the manufacturing premises, irrespective of the number of laborers who are employed in that particular premises.
Sir, let's start with the basics. What is the immediate requirement for the manufacturers who are already existing?
Yes, this cess has been notified to take effect from 1st of February 2026. So the first basic requirement for every manufacturer who is involved in manufacturing of this pan masala, which has been notified, is to take a registration certificate. This registration certificate will have to be applied in the CBIC portal and the form that has been prescribed for this HSNS REG01 is the application for registration for those who are involved in manufacturing this pan masala. Upon application in the common portal, the proper officer will verify the credentials and approve the registration certificate.
And sir, what happens if there is a delay?
Yeah, there is a silver lining in this. If the officer has not responded within 7 working days, there is a concept called deemed approval. So the system itself will approve the registration application and grant the registration certificate upon expiry of 7 working days.
Sir, if a taxpayer or a manufacturer has taken registration under the Central Excise Act and the GST Act, will he have to take a registration again under the HSNS Cess Act?
Yes, the GST Act, the Central Excise Act and the HSNS Cess Act 2025 are all independent in nature. Therefore, if a taxpayer is in possession of a registration certificate under GST Act or under Central Excise Act, he will have to take a new registration under HSNS Cess Act 2025. They are not interrelated. A separate registration is mandatory under HSNS Cess Act 2025.
Once registered, now our focus shifts to hardware. Sir, could you please kindly tell about the machine parameters?
This is a very, very critical part of the compliance because, as I already told you, the liability to pay HSNS cess is not on the production but the capacity of production. And therefore, within 7 days of taking registration, the taxpayer will have to file a declaration under form HSNS BEC01, wherein he will be declaring the number of machines, the maximum rated speed of the machine, its packing capacity, as well as the weight.
Sir, maximum rate speed. If a manufacturer slows down the production or produces a bit slowly, will he still have to pay the taxes and the cess at the maximum rate of the machine?
Yes, it is based on the capacity of production, not on the sales, and therefore, whatever is the maximum rated speed that has been prescribed and declared, that will decide about his tax liability, and therefore that parameter is absolutely important for determining the tax liability in terms of Schedule 2 of the HSNS Act 2025.
Sir, after this said declaration, if a manufacturer adds fresh machinery to his system, what is the impact of the same?
Adding new machinery to this will have an impact on the tax liability because it is not the actual production which determines his tax liability but the installed capacity. Therefore, installation of new machinery adds to his installed capacity and therefore will raise his tax liability. And once this new machinery is installed, within 15 days of its installation, the new declaration under form HSNS DEC01 will have to be filed by the taxpayer.
Let us talk about payment compliance, sir. Usually, the taxes are paid at the end of the month. Is it any different here?
Yes, the system is different here. The tax liability that has been fixed on the basis of the capacity of production shall be paid by 7th of the current month. So, this is an advance tax payment model. And in case the taxpayer adds new machinery probably at the middle of the month, then he will have to revise his liability and pay tax for the newly added machine within 5 days from the date of installation of that machinery if it is being done midway of the month. In case of a new registrant who takes a registration at the middle of the tax period, that is the month, then the tax liability shall be calculated on pro rata basis for the remaining days of that particular tax period or month.
Sir, no business runs perfectly 24/7. What if a machine breaks down or a factory shuts down for a while?
Yeah, the law provides a facility for that to claim abatement or refund of adjusting the tax that was paid in advance. In case the machinery does not run for more than 15 continuous days, the taxpayer can apply 3 days in advance and seek the facility of abatement or refund. In case the taxpayer wants to remove the machinery from the factory, a facility has been provided for that also in the law. He can again intimate the proper officer 3 days in advance, and the tax officer will come and physically verify and take further action as contemplated under the law.
And sir, I hear there is a requirement for some CCTV element as well. Is that the case?
Yes, this is a new compliance verification mechanism that has been added, and a CCTV will have to be installed in the factory premises where the machinery is installed, or even in case of manual process. The CCTV footage shall be preserved for 24 months and shall be on demand by the proper officer, be produced to the department within 48 hours of such demand.
So, sir, what happens if a manufacturer misses a returns or under declares their machine speed?
Yes, there are two violations here. One is that it is mandatory for every registrant under HSNS Cess Act 2025 that they will have to file a return in HSNS REET01 by 20th day of the succeeding month. In case they fail to file this return within the prescribed date, a minimum of 10,000 rupees be levied. So, this answers the first part of your question. The second part of your question is, what if somebody under declares their machine speed? and therefore circumvent their tax liabilities. Generally, after filing this declaration about the maximum rated speed of the machine in form HSNS DEC01, within 90 days, the proper officer will verify the declaration. And during the course of such verification, if it is found that the rated machine speed is under declared, then there will be an additional tax liability on the actual machine speed rating. In such situation, the additional tax liability will have to be discharged from the date of installation of such machinery along with interest and also along with fines and penalties associated with that.
So, sir, does this apply to units in special economic zones as well?
Generally, if you see the provisions of the CGST Act or the other indirect tax like the Central Excise Act are not applicable for the units located in special economic zone. But that is not the case as far as HSNS is concerned. Those units who are located inside special economic zone and are manufacturing this specified commodity, that is pan masala, they attract HSNS and there is no exemption or abatement with reference to their tax liability with reference to HSNS cess. Therefore, the pointed answer to your question is even those units located inside SEZ and are dealing with the notified commodity, that is pan masala, are liable to pay HSNS cess.
True words spoken by Srivatsan, sir. Register by the 1st of February. If you have not registered already, keep a watch on your machine speeds and install those CCTV cameras. We'll see you in the next update. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.